Why, howdy, partners. I hear you want to see another retro review. Well, I'm happy to oblige. Today we have Land set 617, the Cowboys set, hence why I did a terrible accent just then. But this set was released with 36 pieces and 2 minifigures. It was relatively simple. It was before we had proper horses, proper minifigures, and a lot of things. But, Lego was still growing at the time, and they were still trying to figure out how to really, get this whole minifigure thing going. So without these guys, we probably would have just been stuck with those giant figures that I showed out you all earlier. But yeah, so without further ado, let's just take a look at the set. We have the horse and the cowboy, and the fence and the cowboy. Really kind of simple, both of these, and I'm holding myself up here as a comparison. There's just the armless torsos and the faceless heads there. Really kind of interesting. Just interesting how that all works out. They had a lot of these torsos around, and I've seen quite a few over the years, but I've never seen it on a horse like this. So it's really kind of funny. This is back before they really had brown as color. They strongly adhered to a simple color palette of yellows, reds, blues, whites, and blacks. Among, I think, green and I think that was it. But not a lot of colors, and certainly not brown. So you'll see a lot of trees in old Lego depicted black. You'll see a lot of horses black. And in fact, I'm surprised that the fence here isn't black. In fact, his pants might be brown, but we don't know because they're black. In fact, the black hat. That's funny. So yeah, it really kind of interesting how they just decided to say, screw it, let's make brown. And now we have like every color under the rainbow, like 30 different colors of blue, I think, and about 30 different pinks. It's crazy, but you know what? You gotta have that variety. You gotta have the variety. Just to buy more, I guess. Marketing strategy revealed. Haha. Why does he have yellow shoes? Are those his feet? Is he barefoot? That's weird. Yeah, so let's look at this guy. As you see, he has a little handkerchief depicted as a 1x2 plate there. And yeah, he's relatively simple. These torsos are armless, and for a long time they couldn't decide if they wanted to have posable arms or just stick with these. And for a while they had even proposed the idea of having a separate female bottom, but they later decided just to keep the legs, unisex, as they probably should, because, they're legs. I just like the hat on these guys. That's probably my favorite part, these old style hats, the old cowboy hats, and just the how much you have to imagine the scene. A lot can be said about the simplicity, but then there's just the amount of imagination that you have to think about just to see the scene properly. And that, I think, is kind of lacking today. There needs to be a lot more imagination in the world. You need to think outside the box, is what I'm saying. Much like how they got around the whole earpiece by, again, having a plate inside, basically inside 2 studs there, or 4 studs rather. That's kind of a legal technique there. I think technically you could use it, but it'll still cause strain on your the pieces here. So I wouldn't recommend it, but they used to do it in old Lego sets, as you can see. So well, whatever. They don't do it nowadays because they don't want you to break your parts. So good on them. I'm glad that they don't want me to break my parts and have to buy more, because that would be really a jerk move. Even though I think they would replace them without any question nowadays. But yeah, so this is a retro review, and if you'd like to see more of this, these old things, this old crap, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!